Oh, oh, that was me because I wear a white shirt.
Yeah,
And
you had a
I
ghost.
have a cat.
Oh, you have a
But
cat.
he was super scared.
Yeah.
But like he like our next room.
And there's that cool brother in a tech vest. That's called a tech vest. That's kind of cool. And Mia is now beating up her brother.
No, I don't like my brother. He's annoying.
He's annoying. All little brothers are annoying in the world, I think, right?
Yeah.
We have John from Hanoi. How are you, John?
I'm fine, thank you, teacher.
John, what is your screen thing? What was that? A jellyfish or something?
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
jellyfish in the
Okay.
Pacific Ocean.
I was just reading about the jellyfish. I forgot what the story was about the jellyfish. It was on television maybe 1 week ago, but I forgot what it was about. Hey, Kevin, thank you for coming. Kevin, very nice paragraph that you wrote for class. I really enjoyed it.
And I haven't eaten my
Nice,
dinner
thank
yet.
you.
Okay. And what else do we have? Cherry, I just read your work. Did you get it? I just sent it back to you. And Cherry, I hope you like it. Cherry, are you there? Cherry. Lewis, how are you? I see you there, Lewis.
Yeah, fine.
Good. Lewis, did you do a writing assignment for the paragraph?
Yes, I do.
What name do you use? Did you just write Lewis?
Uh, I write the One Piece comic.
Oh, One Piece. Yeah, 3 people wrote about One Piece. Okay, thanks, Lewis. Just checking.
Yeah.
Red Army, I read your work today too, if Red Army is there. Red
Cái
Army,
anh
what?
đi học Nhật Bản authentic.
Oh,
Cái
Red
Nam
Army.
nhát mà con tiếng Anh Nhật Bản nó chuẩn
Red
hơn.
Army, are you talking to your mom? Hey, Red Army, what did you write about? I saw it.
Ở đâu? Can you say it again?
What did you write about Red Army? I saw your work there.
No, it's my cousin.
Oh, it's your cousin. Okay.
Yeah, no, I am in my hometown.
Oh, in your hometown. What's your hometown? Hanoi?
No, Hà Tĩnh.
Okay, your cousin is doing words behind your ear. All right. Red Army, I have your thing. You guys, for tonight, I want to read some of the papers you wrote because you worked hard on them and you did a nice job.
Hello,
Hey,
teacher.
Tim, you graduated from something. What did you graduate from? Harvard, from Yale, from Princeton, Oxford, Cambridge?
No.
What school, Tim?
It's for fun.
All right. Tim, I read your work too. It was
Teacher,
very good as
can
usual.
I go out?
Who is it, Mia?
Yes.
All right, yeah, you can go out. Come back, please, though, if you have to go get a drink or something. Yeah.
Okay, teacher.
Hey, Carrie, how are you? Carrie, what is that? It's a picture of you and your friend or your brothers, those 2 guys? Don't see Carrie. Hey, Nicken, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
Hey, Nicken, do you speak Japanese?
No.
When you did your video presentation, I thought you used a Japanese word really well. So I thought maybe Nicken knows how to speak Japanese. You said eto, which means I'm thinking, like that, right? It was interesting, Nicken. All right. Hey, Roy, how are you? Roy with the headphones. Roy, are you? Yeah, cool headphones. Do you like music or games? Like you have a great pair of headphones. Hey, Cherry, good to see you. Cherry, I just graded your work. It was very good. And I'll show you, I changed all your verbs into present tense verbs. And I'll describe why I did that tonight for everybody. That's one of our major, we have 2 things tonight we're going to talk about. One thing is called, if you check your messages, it's called the eternal now. And that sounds like a really big, crazy thing, the eternal now. What that means is when you write, try to keep your writing in the present tense. And there are many reasons why we'll do that eternal now. It's what they teach all over the school at international schools and online writing programs. I've seen it in a lot of places. And so that's the new standard. It's what all the teachers around the world, Canada, Australia, international schools in Vietnam, Taiwan, Japan, they all stay in what's called the eternal now. And that just means when you read a story, all of the verbs stay in the present tense because the book will keep being famous for 100, 200 years, right? Hey, Alice, how are you? Alice is just getting started. Okay, Alice. Okay, so you guys, I want to go right to the share screen to show you what this eternal now is all about, right? Like, what is this? What is Brendan talking about, this eternal now? And I made a Google presentation for you. And we're gonna share that one in not my desktop. What's going on? This is looking a little bit crazy. Let's see. Can you guys see that? The eternal now. I hope it looks okay. Let's see. All right. Does that look okay, you guys? Can you see that? My presentation? Hey, Tim, can you see my presentation called Basic Writing with the red?
Yes, I do, but I don't understand. It's internal now.
Yeah, it's a big word. Eternal means always, like 1,000 years, 2,000 years, a million years. The eternal now. It's a big word. It just means that when you write to describe a story, try to use the present verbs like he goes into the room, he sees a monster, he is scared. Because if you say he went into the room, he saw a monster, he was scared, it sounds like it happened a long time ago. And then it doesn't sound so interesting to the person reading your school report or reading an online review. If you use the present tense, it creates suspense, drama, action, excitement, you guys. So let me show you in your writing. I want to go to the writing samples. And so who am I going to pick first? I want to pick John. You seem to know how to do this, John in Hanoi. So I'm going to choose John's first. Is that all right, John? Don't be embarrassed if I choose your writing, all right?
It's okay, teacher.
Okay, beautiful. All right, so here we go. We're going to, if I can get my Zoom back, you guys, I have all these screens open. Okay, so here's John. And John, I want you to read it because you worked really hard on this. And I think it's nice because in the first part of this, John, you used the eternal now. I only began to change it in part 2 here because you got it. I think you maybe learned how to do this from your teacher at school or something. Because if you look at where my arrow is, John, the first 50%, 60% is the eternal now. It is happening now. And then here I changed goes, find, succeed, eat. These were all past tense verbs. So I changed them for you to the present tense, right? So, okay, so Mr. John, would you like to read? This is John 11, right? From Hanoi. Would you like to read
Yes.
it? Okay, here we go. Here's John.
Okay. Last year, as a birthday present, my mom gave me a series of books written by a famous writer named Roald Dahl. And it was indeed the most magnificent and amazing series of books in the whole world. I appreciated every bit of it. I think that the most interesting book of all is Danny the Champion of the World. It tells us about the early years of an amazing child named Danny and his dad. They are my favorite characters in the book. They go poaching in Hazel's Wood. It belongs to the old-faced baboon and also a very rich snob named Victor Hazel. He owns a beer brewing company, so he's very rich and he's planning to have a shooting party with other wealthy people in the area. Danny and his dad are planning to ruin it all for them. They go poaching, of course, and Danny finds out about a new method to poach the peasants, and they almost succeed. They almost ruin it for them, all right, because there will be no pheasants left for them to shoot. They catch 120 fat pheasants, but that old hag knows about it. And the plan almost backfires because you could go to prison for poaching. But they still have 5 left because these 5 peasants eat too many raisins and are overdosing on sleeping pills.
Okay, John, we'll stop there. Do you guys know what poaching is that John writes about? Poaching, P-O-A-C-H-I-N-G. Do you guys know that word, poaching? Poaching? Well, there are two kinds of poaching. You can poach an egg. You put the egg in hot water and you make a delicious poached egg, like McDonald's sells those in the sandwich. But this is a different poaching. John, what's poaching here? What does Roald Dahl mean by poaching?
I think it is mean that going to someone else's house
Yeah.
and kind of um
Stealing?
steal some chickens or pheasants like
Yeah.
in the story.
Yeah, it's
Well,
usually stealing animals, like poaching on a farm. Poaching in a forest means you're taking someone else's animals. They're fish. You can poach fish. You catch them illegally and you're not supposed to do it. The police will get you. So you're right, John, it's stealing. Really good. And then pheasants, it's PH's pheasants. Those are those big, beautiful birds. But John, to tell you the truth, my nephew and my brother, John, they shoot pheasants north of Chicago. But then John's wife and Michael's wife, they make pheasant stew out of it. So they do eat the pheasant, but I don't like it. It's kind of mean. And they have special dogs who chase the pheasant and they bite the pheasant and they bring it back. They have this dog called a spaniel that comes from Spain. But like you said, I don't like it. Oh, this one's funny. Do you see what John wrote here? Hag. John, what's a hag? H-A-G. It's a really funny word.
well, I don't know much because I usually see it in some books, so I think that is describing a woman.
An old woman, yeah, a really old woman. She's almost like a witch. She's kind of ugly and she's mean, right? But I don't think she has any magic powers, hag. But in Eastern Canada, when they use the word hag, sometimes they mean it's a witch, but not always. It just means a mean old woman in the village. So that's really funny. What's funny about the story, everyone, is John wrote about Roald Dahl. He's supposed to be writing children's books, you guys, but some adults say, come on, you can't write a story about a man who owns a beer brewing company, right? It's supposed to be a children's story. This is a guy who makes beer. So Roald Dahl, he lived until like his 90s. He lived in England, but he was from Norway, and he had a really crazy sense of humor. Because if you look at this here too, I mean, is this really a children's thing here, John? Overdosing on sleeping pills. I mean, that's crazy. It's like sleeping pills to help grandma go to sleep, but they give them to the pheasants and the raisins, and then the pheasants go to sleep where they die. Sometimes sleeping pills can be dangerous. And so Roald Dahl's writing that in a children's book. Isn't that kind of shocking? All right. Hey, Mr. John, would you like to read the next part here? Because you worked really hard on this. My second most.
Okay. My second most exciting and wonderful book is Fantastic Mr. Fox. It tells about a family of foxes and 3 farmers called Bogus, Buns, and Bean. They are all mean and they do not want to give anything away, especially when the foxes are stealing it. They are camped out and they almost die of hunger. But then Mr. Fox is too clever for them. He finds a way to get the food, which is Bogus Chicken House number 1, Bun's huge storehouse, and Bean's cellar full of strong apple cider, without them knowing it. As a result, they succeed. The other animals, which also have to share the effects, are invited to a feast, and they are filled with food. It was another happy ending, especially for the foxes.
Yeah, no, do you see all the cause and effects that John remembered to put into his thing, right? They are camped out and they almost die of hunger, but then the fox is too clever. He finds a way to get the food. So because the fox is clever, he finds a way to get the food. That's cause and effect. You got that right, John. Nice. Hey, John, would you like to read the last part finally?
Okay. Finally, the last and my favorite book is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. To those of you who have the film or read the book or read the book, you might know the details already. Of course, Charlie wins the golden ticket to the chocolate factory of Mr. Willy Wonka. And then Willy Wonka says that the factory is now his. And it is indeed another happy ending.
Nice work, John. Really wonderful. The one thing I forgot to grade here, John, when you write about books, and this is for everybody, put that there, the quotation marks, because that's the book. When I was a boy, John, your age, the teacher used to say, underline the book, right? Like this. But I don't, yeah, do you guys have to do that for school? Do you have to underline it like that? Do you have to do that? Someone said, yeah. No? Okay, so I'm going to undo that. I'm going to get rid of the underline. Just put quotations on your books. Remember, all capital letters, you guys. Charlie is capital, chocolate is capital, and factory is capital. So you guys know it. Tim, you know it. Is Tim flying through the air? Where's Tim going? Tim, on your adventure. Okay. Wonderful, wonderful. What else I was going to say? So did you notice, again, John stayed in the eternal now? All of these are invited. Charlie wins. It is indeed a happy ending. Everything is present tense. So I want to do a little bit more on why this is important to stay in the present tense. And of course, I want to save John's work because it's very good. And I'm going to go back to my Google Slides. And one moment, please, as I tell you guys everything I'm going to do. Because, I used to turn on my Google Slides and my Zoom connection would end about 3 years ago when I did online teaching, and it was embarrassing. Okay, so tonight, of course, we're going to do the eternal now, and I'll talk about this spatial order in a few minutes. All right, so in Saturday night's class, I chose Nick, Maikuna, and Tintin, but I'm gonna take that away. I'm gonna do John, and let's see, who else do we have here? I'm gonna do John, and I'm gonna do Cherry is very good, and let's see, Cherry, and Tom, you have a question? Let me see. Kevin, I like Kevin's also is very good. So Tintin is a student from Germany. He's really cool, you guys. He comes all the way from Germany. Okay, so you guys can see this. Who can read for me? Hey, Mr. Where is my, let's see, where is, Nakin. Nakin, can you read the comparing 3 samples? These are
Three writing samples.
Hmm.
Do I need to read the first part?
No, because I changed the name. So wait 1 second. Nick, and I have to take out Maikuna, and I'm going to leave Kevin in there, and John and Cherry. Okay, go ahead and read. These are
writing samples by John, Cherry, and Kevin, 3 of Saturday writing class members.
And can you read in Kevin and Cherry's writings, let's say? I didn't change
Kevin and Cherry's writing.
Yeah.
Very good writing. The verb tenses change a little from past to present tenses. It is better to stay in the present tense for describing what happened in a book. This is called the eternal now. Why is the eternal now used to describe a sequence of events, most often cause and effect in writing about books? Let's see why.
Yeah, so why is that? Let's go to the next slide, you guys. Oh, okay. These are kind of big words. So I need some students to help me read these things. So let's see who we have. Mia, can you read this thing that's called engagement and immediacy right here?
Okay, teacher. Engagement and immediacy.
Yeah.
The investments you describe in a book are more
Vivid.
vivid
Yeah.
and correct,
Yes.
meaning it feels like they are happening right now to your reader. The events feel like they are happening in real time.
Okay, so engagement, you guys, means you write something really interesting and the person who's reading your work comes into your work and they feel like this is really exciting. I want to keep reading it, right? And immediacy, again, that's happening right now. That's the eternal now. You're reading a book on a rainy day. You say, I'm bored. And the book is so great. Like John wrote about Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and Roald Dahl. He brings you into his crazy Roald Dahl world because he was a really funny guy. And you just feel so good because you can escape a rainy, boring day. And it's like magic. It's like Mia's magic ring, of course. So
Of course, my fake ring.
you love your ring. It's a magic ring. Now, Mia, that word vivid and current, again, vivid means really lively, really wonderful. It's really great. And I'm going to make that red. Vivid. And current is the now. It's happening now. Okay, nice work. Let's go to Mr. Tim from Hanoi. Can you read this thing called narrative intensity? And again, these are really big words and I'll explain them the best I can. So Tim, narrative intensity.
Narrative intensity. It places the reader directly in the moment, allowing them to experience the events as they happen. This can create a more immersive and
Yes.
gripping reader experience.
Yeah, so narrative intensity. Narrative is the story you're telling. Intensity means like tension, intense, extreme, really cool. And then this immersive, this is an interesting word, you guys. Immersive is when you jump into a swimming pool or the water and you go over your head in the water. You're immersed in the water, means your body, your head, everything is 100% in the water. So you say, oh, it's immersive, means you're like totally in the water. So you read a good book, you guys, it means you're 100% in the book. You forget about everything. You forget about Monday's math test. You forget about that bad guy in school who said something bad to you. And you just focus on the reading and you get to go to that magic place. It feels so good, immersive. So again, just imagine yourself, you're really hot and it's summer in Vietnam and you jump into a beautiful swimming pool or the ocean and it feels really cool and you're over your head. That's immersive. And we use that in English a lot, immersive. Immersive education could be like a really strong education system they put you in and you just study all the time and you have to study in English. So I think some of you guys, your English is so good, you are already in immersive English classes because you speak really good English, you guys. Immersive and gripping. Here's grip. You're riding a bicycle, you're holding on because it's a new bike and you're really nervous. It grips you like that, right? So think of like a monster grips you. Grips you means it pulls you into that magic world of riding. So that's why Mia's doing the gripping. Very good, Mia. And maybe your brother grips you or you grip your brother. All right.
No, we usually grip each other.
But you do it with love, right?
Yes, we do it with love. We love each
Okay,
other.
that's wonderful.
And we love our family. We love our cat.
Wonderful. Hey, Red Army, can you read this character perspective?
Breath, character, perspective. Present tense can be particularly effective when the narrative are closely tied to a character's perspective. Is allowed the reader to experience events from the character's point of view, sharing their thoughts and emotion in current moment.
Yeah, so Red Army, you wrote that you really love manga, Japanese manga.
It's just so
Oh, so what's your favorite style of reading? What was it?
like thriller, mystery.
Oh, thriller. Okay. So in those thrillers and mysteries, do they ever let you understand what the character is thinking?
Yeah, in the first time I read, I don't know because it's very like the brain now, my brain now.
So you know the thoughts of the character, because that's what character perspective is. I said manga because in manga sometimes they show what the person is thinking. The Japanese love to do that, you know. You can hear a conversation he's having with himself, and you go, oh my God, the guy's thinking to himself, but we can read it. That's the character perspective. It explains why he's doing something, right? Naruto. Why is Naruto always fighting back against people? Because he had a really difficult time as a child because he knows he has magic powers, but the village people
not-
treat him badly.
I'm not like fantasy teacher.
It's like fantasy, Yeah. Okay. You guys, the next one's kind of big. Roy, can you read stream of consciousness? And this is like stream of thinking. It's very closely connected to character perspective. You know what the character is thinking. Okay, Roy, read this one. Stream of consciousness.
Stream of consciousness.
Ooh.
Present tense is often associated with the literary teenage,
Yeah.
known as stream of
Consciousness. Yeah.
consciousness, where the
Narrative. Yeah.
narrative reflect the continuous flow of the characters' thought
Thought.
and experience.
Yeah.
This can provide a unit and immediate insight to a character's inner world.
Yeah, so these character perspective and stream of conscious, this is almost the same thing, you guys. You understand what the guy is thinking that you're reading about because the writer is putting his thoughts on paper. So it's like you are thinking somebody else's thoughts. That's another really good thing about reading. You can become this other person in the fantasy world. You don't have to be yourself. You don't have to be the school student who has to study for all these tests. Many students wrote that during their break time at school, in the daytime school, you get a reading time, and people said, I always read this book in my free time because I love it so much. And so you get into the stream of consciousness. Stream is like a river, and consciousness is your thinking. So you get to hear all these thinking thoughts of this character, which is kind of cool. Again, manga really helps you with that because they show facial expressions, and you can really see them making those strange faces in manga. And then you get to read, why they are doing what they are doing. Okay, Lewis, would you like to read the last one? Avoiding historical distance.
Avoiding historical distance, the use of Boston can sometimes create a sense of historical distance, making events seem more distant or detached. Maybe even boring present tense have to minimize this distance and bring the narrative closer to reader to make things exciting.
Yeah, so you guys, narrative is being used so much on television, on social media, and books. Narrative just means the story the people are telling. So narrative is that. So historical distance means if you keep saying, the man went into the house, the man saw the old hag, the man was afraid, it sounds like it's happening 100 years ago and it's not so interesting. By using the eternal now, the present tense, you say the man walks in the house. He sees the old hag. He is very nervous. It sounds like it's happening right now. And so that sounds really interesting. Okay. So I'm just going to check because I have some more things here. I see Ellis and Jimmy and Daikin and Tom and Jasmine and Jennifer. And I just need to see if Tom and Daikin and Jennifer, Jimmy are here. John 12 is here. Hey, John, good to see you. And then Tony is here. Hey, Tony, good to see you here. Let's see. I did this. I wanted to go over Mimi. Mimi, are you here tonight? I need Mimi to read her thing. Maybe someone could read Mimi's words. It's written really nicely. Mimi knows how to do this. She told me she went to school in America, and I think she studied how to do this. I don't see Mimi here, so I'm going to have to pick somebody to read Mimi's work. And Ellis, 12, are you there? Ellis.
I'm here.
How are you doing, Ellis?
I'm good.
Good. Can you read Mimi's work? Is that all right if I ask you to read Mimi's work? Because I don't see her here tonight. And I really, I think Mimi did a really interesting job of this. So I'm going to make this big. And so the next thing you see is Mimi's, and you'll see how Mimi used this eternal now. She stayed in the present tense. Okay. And let me make it so you can read it because there's all this stuff there. Okay, Ellis, can you read one of my favorite books?
One of my favorite books that I've ever read is by Raina
Telgemeier.
Telgemeier.
Yeah.
Smile is a graphic novel memoir that tells the story of Reina, a sixth grader who just wants to fit in and be normal. However, after a Girl Scouts meeting, she was running really fast. As a result, she trips and falls, severely
Yeah.
injuring her two front teeth. What follows is a long and frustrating journey with on again, off again braces, surgery, embarrassing headgear, and even a retainer with fake teeth attached. As a result of her dental issues, Brina faces a lot of challenges, including boy confusion, destructive friendship, and hypercritical mean girls, and a May earthquake. Consequently, she learns a lot about herself and what she is capable of overcoming.
Yeah, so I wrote nice use of cause and effect, Mimi. Mimi did a great job on this. Do you guys notice that all of these verbs are in the present tense? They're happening now. And you read about this poor girl who she damaged her front teeth. They used retainer and stuff like that, you guys. So I just want to quickly go to the Yahoo images to show you Yahoo images. And I'm going to show you the retainer with false teeth, because it's kind of a serious thing to have that. If you're a young student, it's kind of terrible, actually, you guys. It's kind of a serious book, I guess, for students. So let's see, what will we say? Who has retainer with false teeth? There it is. This is a good picture. Okay, this isn't a terrible picture, you guys. It's just a basic picture of retainer. I don't know, any of you guys have a retainer with false teeth? So do you see, there's the retainer, and then they had to put new teeth in this girl. So everyone's looking at her smile like it's really weird. And it's just because she damaged her teeth. So she has a really difficult time in school because of her retainer here and her teeth. Okay, any questions on that one? Okay, thanks, Emily.
Retainer of teeth is
Yes, Tim? Retainer
I
what?
think retainer is the teeth are not
Straight?
are not
What?
I don't know.
Okay, think about it. In my school, Tim, students would forget the retainer on the lunch table, and then you have to, it's really terrible. The student had to go through the lunch garbage to find their expensive retainer, and it takes like 20 minutes to find it. It's really gross. There's like wet spaghetti and sandwiches just to find the retainer because they left it on their lunch tray and they threw it in the garbage. Isn't that horrible? Okay. You guys, I have one more I want to, you like that
That was
story.
disgusting.
I know, isn't it disgusting, Mia? And kids hated to do it. They hated this. Where were you? You didn't come back from lunch. Oh, the teacher and I had to go through the garbage and I had to find my retainer, right? Good, good. All right, next we have Kevin. You did a wonderful job, Kevin. So Kevin, again, like Mimi, you already know how to do this eternal now. So I want to show that one for Kevin. Kevin, can you read your own writing? I'll put it in the center here.
Oh, yes.
Okay, here we go. And Kevin, it's interesting. You use the British spelling of favorite with you. That's okay, because you guys go to British schools and American schools. So it's okay to use a U here for favorite for your writing. That's fine. Okay, here's Kevin.
My favorite book. My pick is my favorite book. This novel tells the story of a young man named Ngan and his neighbor Halan. They grow up together in a poor village in Vietnam, where they create beautiful childhood memories. Ngan are unusually beautiful eyes, and their friendship gradually turns into uncreated love. We can see that because of Helen's unusual eyes, Han spent his young living her silently As a result, the life become memorable and filled with romance. Therefore, Mappy is a book worth reading. Evoking deep emotions about love and young. Mappy is a book that will stay with you long after you turn the last page. Happy readings.
All right, this is a love story. Hey, Jasmine, are you there? How about John? Hey, John 12 from Dong Nai. Hey, John,
Yes.
this is a love story. Is it okay that Kevin wrote of a beautiful love story?
Yes, but
And it takes place in Vietnam.
yes, that is from Vietnam.
Yeah. Do you know this story?
My friend sits next to me in the school health class, and sometimes at the break time, she share with me to read it together.
Oh, that's nice. John, that's kind of cool. Your friend shares her reading with you. That's nice. I like that, John. That's a nice way to spend a thing. Now, you guys, you notice there are no mistakes here. Kevin, this is really good. This is wonderful work. I mean, there are absolutely no mistakes.
This
And
story is very famous,
yeah,
and they have made a film about it.
yeah. So when I write about this eternal now using only present tense, you got turns as in the present tense. We can see is excellent, right? Because many students write you can see. You guys don't use you. I wrote it in your corrections many times. Say we can see, because then it means all the readers together. If you use you, it's too personal. It's like you can see. You say me, I can see, right? If you say we can see, it's open to all the readers of this book, right? So that's the good thing to do. And then look at this is wonderful cause and effect. Kevin remembered to do as a result. That's one of our cause and effect sentence starters. It's more of a phrase. As a result, their lives become memorable and filled with romance. So Kevin, I'm going to give you an applause. Nice work. And then all of you guys, nice work. You've done an excellent job. So let's go back to tonight's main points, and I'm going to save that for Kevin. And I'm going to go back to the basic writing. And okay, I need somebody to read. You guys love to read. I'm so happy that you love to read. So let's go back to Ellis. Ellis, can you read? Oh, Ellis is leaving. What happened to Ellis? Just when I was about to ask her to read something for me. Ellis, are you there? Or little sister is trying to take your place. Hey, Ellis, how are you? Are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, your little sister is trying to take your place. So you tell her, unless she can read, don't let her read. All right, so here's Alice. And so, Alice, can you read the red and the blue here for me, please? Last week we used time words.
Example, I did not eat good food yesterday. Therefore, my energy level is low today. And my teacher is a little worried about my sleepiness in class.
Yeah, Alice, I shouldn't give you the answer, but what is the cause and effect word? Do you see it?
Therefore.
Yeah, nice. I was just about to underline it before asking you. Nice. And then Alice, can you read the blue?
Okay. And I could not understand the math problem while I was studying last night. And consequently, I had to ask a couple of my friends for help to understand it today.
And Alice, what's the cause and effect word there?
And consequently.
Yeah, that's the really big one I wanted you guys to learn. This is an excellent word. If you're 9 years old, 10 years old, 11, 12, please learn consequently. It's really important. You can use that in history class, social studies, reading, English, consequently, even in science words. You can say consequently, the two chemicals did not react, something like that. Okay, thanks, Alice. So tonight we're going to do spatial order. Spatial order. Do you see that word spatial? It sounds like a really big word. What do you think spatial means? Can you use an easier word to describe what it is? Daikin, are you there? Daikin?
Here.
Hey, Daikin, when astronauts go in the rocket ship above the Earth, where do they go?
They go to space.
Nice, space. So do you see spatial order means space order, space order. Now, I don't mean the moon and Mars and planets, that's outer space. Spatial order can be in your bedroom, in your living room, in your classroom at school. Spatial order can be your house in your neighborhood. It can be where your school is in the city you live in. Spatial order is when you start with where you are, you the person, and then all the things around you is called spatial order, okay? So let's see. Daikin, can you read when writers describe?
When writers describe objects or places, they might use spatial order. They describe the order of where things are located in a space, like in a room or at school. They might use a right to left or top to bottom order so that the readers can get a clear picture of an object or place.
Okay, so top means the ceiling, what's above you. Below you is the floor, to the left and to the right. So for example, in Brendan's room, I have a calendar to my right. I have a light to my left to make my Zoom more bright. On the floor, I have lots of wires for my computer. And in the ceiling above, nothing. I just have a white ceiling. Now, I would show you all of that with my desktop computer, but I'm afraid my computer would fall. I have a big size Apple computer, you guys. So what I want you to do is just take a look at this, review some words you probably already know because this is kind of easy. Tom, are you there? I see Tom with Saturn behind Tom. So,
Yeah.
Hey, Tom, how are you today?
I'm good.
Now, Daikin did a really nice job reading. It was excellent. Can you read these ones here? Above, across?
Okay. Above, across, beside, between, beyond, and to, left, middle, next to, over, right, the, through, and under. Let's examine this picture. And one or more students tell everyone where things are.
Nice, Tom. That's excellent reading too. Okay, so Tom, what do you see on the balls and the boxes? Can you read this? Where is the ball in picture number 1?
In,
Yeah, and where is it in picture number 2?
on,
Yeah, where is it in picture number 3?
under,
Yeah, where is it in picture number 4?
next to.
Okay, let's change to Carrie. Carrie, are you there? Carrie number 10 from Danang. Hey, hey, Carrie. Carrie, where is the ball in picture number 5?
The ball is behind the box.
Nice. Where is it in picture number 6? Beautiful.
The ball is in front of the box.
Nice. Full sentences. Really good, Carrie. Where is it in picture number 7?
The ball is between of
Lấy Mỹ đâu rồi?
Between the,
Hả?
yeah, between the boxes. So that one you have to change because there are 2 boxes. Yeah, boxes. Okay.
Hả?
So I'm going to save this one. This is what I want. Okay, so this is what I want to do, you guys. We have 20 students and we have 2 teachers helpers. And so I want to go into breakout rooms and I want you guys to describe your room that you're in. I'm going to stay in the main room. Teacher Tony will stay in breakout room number 1, I guess. And there's another teacher's helper here too. It is Yueen. You can do a breakout room number 2. And so you'll have about 5, 6, or 7 students in your rooms. If they can just look around and say, to my right is the calendar, to my left is this, in front of me is the computer, behind me is my little brother, Mia, right? The kitchen is behind you. She loves that. All right. So you guys, this is, oh, you love that. My little brother is right behind me. Okay, so all right. Let me see you guys. Breakout rooms. Let's do 2 breakout rooms. Yes, and we're gonna make sure that teacher Tony is in breakout room number 1 and Yueen is in breakout number 2 and Brendan is in the main room. I'll put some of you guys, maybe 4 or 5 students in the main room with me. And again, you're just going to describe what's between you and the computer, what's behind you. Make sure you say blah, blah is to the left of me, blah, blah is to the right of me, this kind of thing, okay? So let's start, and we'll do this for about 10 minutes.
Okay, I don't
Hello,
want to
teacher.
go in the
What
breakout.
room?
You'll be in room number 2 for Yuen, and then I'm going to move some of you. Hey, John, do you want to stay in this main floor?
I don't want to be
Mia,
in
I'm
the
going to keep
breakout room.
you. Do you want to stay in the room here, Mia? And you and I and
Okay.
John 12 can talk. I think you
Yeah.
enjoy talking, Miss Mia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm waiting for this to move. It's awfully slow, this breakout room thing, you guys. So let's see what happened here. Teacher Ewing, you're supposed to be in room number 2, but it didn't move you there. That's kind of strange. It should.
I
You should
don't want to be in the breakout room. I want to be in the main.
It's good you stay in the main room. Yeah, that's fine. Lewis can stay. Nathan, you can stay. Okay, you guys, we have just 3 here. That's enough. All right. So, Mia, where's that brother of yours? Is he still around?
He is watching the VR.
Okay, so he is where in your room? Is he in front of you, to the left of you, to the right of you? Oh, he's right behind you like a monster. Be careful.
No, he is in the.
He was.
is
He was
annoying
just
little
behind you.
monster.
He was just behind you. Oh my God. Hey, Louise, as Mia attacks her brother.
No, I never attack my brother,
Oh
but
my
sometimes he
God.
is so annoying, I attack him.
That brother of mine. Okay, I'm going to bring John in here and I'm going to bring that Roy in here. Lewis, tell me about your room. What do you have in your room?
Next to me is my desk with my headphone on it, and behind me is my bed. Yeah,
Okay. And anything to your left or to your right?
and to my right is my door, and on the table we have like a keyboard, mouse, and clock, blah blah blah, like that.
Nice. Is there anything between you, Lewis, and the wall? I know it's a strange question, but between.
Between me is still a table.
Okay, good. You got between as a good one. Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, Roy, can you tell us what do you got going on there?
In my right is stack. In my left is some chairs and wall.
Okay.
Uh,
Up above.
Up above is the ceiling with some lamps.
Kind of cool. It looks like there's a UFO above you.
Yeah.
Hey, John from Dong Nai. What do you see, John? In your screensaver, it looks like there's the planet Earth behind you, right? It's kind of funny. Hey, here comes Bone. Hey, Bone. Good to
That's
see
just my background.
Yeah. And what else we have? What's to the left of you, to the right of you? Mr. Bone is here.
Teacher Brendan.
Good to see you, Bone. John is telling us what's in his room. What do you see, John? We're doing Bone. We're doing to the right, to the left.
Teacher later.
Okay, in front of me is the laptop that I can studying now.
Okay.
And there is a table too. At the right
Yes.
is the door.
Yeah.
So I
Any-
can enter to this room. And there is another door on the left to go to another rooms.
What's
And
above you?
me,
Yeah.
above me is the light
Yeah.
that helps me see everything clear. In
And
Vietnam now it is evening and it is dark.
Okay, very cool. Very cool. And of course, in your screensaver background is the planet Earth. So I see Sweden and Finland behind you. Very good. Okay. Mia, I have to keep that on mute. Bone, what do you have in your room? Sorry, Mia. Mia, turn that off. You keep making too much noise. Bone, how about you?
I'm in the hotel.
Oh, you're in a hotel. That's cool. Why are you in a hotel, Bone?
Because I have a cross-country trip.
Oh, are you a runner?
No, like we just drive the car from Ho Chi Minh City to Hanoi.
Oh, you mean you traveled across country? Okay, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Because in high school in America, cross country means running a 4-kilometer race, right? All right, so Bone, what do you see in that hotel room of yours?
Also, so I see the two twin beds, and I see a fan and a TV and a closet
Yeah.
and
So
a table and a desk that I am sitting.
So, Bone, you could say the fan is behind you, and what's to the right of you?
The right of me has nothing. It's just
Nothing.
the bed.
All right. And what's to the left of you, Mr. Bone?
There is a lamp.
A what?
Oh.
A lamp. Okay. Is there a wall? There's a wall to the right of you also?
Yeah. No, it's the bed, and the wall is at the right.
What's above
The
you?
wall. Above me is some lights.
Oh, the light. Yeah, so everyone has lights above you. That's very good. Above me is the light too. All right. So that's what we're studying, you guys. Let me just show you one more time. Bone, you came a little late, so what we're studying is just this again. Do you see the ball is in the box, the ball is on the box, under, next to. Now, of course, you guys say, oh, it's too easy, right? But this is really important when you're doing your writing. You could say you're writing about a character and you say, in front of Naruto are 5 ninja assassins. Behind Naruto is some sort of fox god or something like this. So you have to use these in your writing. John, you're smiling. Why? Do you enjoy John?
Yeah.
What did you write about, John? Did you write about Naruto or anything?
I write about One Piece.
Oh, One Piece, yes. Okay, so that character in One Piece is called Loli or something. Can you see that? Let's see, let's find John 12. And we're going to put John 12 here if it's going to be nice to me. Corrected. Where's John's writing? John, can you see this?
In, on, under, next to, behind, in front of, between.
Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to show you one more share, and this is your writing, John. So, John, let's see if you used any of these. Can you read your writing, My Favorite Book, please?
Oh. My favorite book. There are a lot of books in the world, but I like One Piece the most. I started reading it when I saw it was the bestseller in a bookstore. One Piece is a kind of comic book from Japan. It is one of the oldest manga that is still running. Its author is Oda, and One Piece became famous animated film in 2005. The story is about a kind boy named Luffy who wanted to be a pirate and is also helped poor people in his adventure. In the story, there are many parts in a plot, but the best part is Unquano. In this part, Luffy and his crew had to win a fight with a monster named Kaido to get free of the poor people. And the fight, Luffy has turned into a new form and the transformation makes the reader surprised. So I think One Piece is a great comic book for a reader from 12 to 16. Additionally, the One Piece Asian film that is made by Netflix is good. I think you should try it on Netflix.
Yeah. So, do you see what I could do with this, John? I can change this to the eternal now wants to be. He helps poor people. We're going to keep this all like in the helps poor people in the adventures. There are many parts. You got that. You got this. This is all good, 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 good. Had to win is okay. To get free is okay. Makes the reader. I changed that a little bit. And so you see that's all in the present tense now. It's really good. Okay. And then, John, you said 2005. You can say 2005. Do you see that? 2005.
Yeah.
2005, 2010. Right now it's 2023. Okay, good work, John. All right, you guys,
And you
let's go.
also fixed me
Yes.
a sentence. So my mom says the sentence you fixed me is better than mine.
Oh, no, tell her, you guys, all of these things we're writing, we're all working really hard on them. So don't worry about if there are a lot of mistakes. One boy's father said, oh, no, he made so many mistakes. And I said, no, don't worry about it. This is all practice, you guys, so that when you go to school and you write an assignment, it looks really good, right? So I think that's wonderful. So don't worry about it if your mom and dad say, wow, you guys made so many mistakes. No, you guys, we're trying our best. So please don't worry about making mistakes, okay? All right.
Okay.
All right. let's close all the rooms, you guys, and go back to everyone. Everyone will join again because we have some more work to do about this spatial order. Now we started easy and now we're going to get more and more challenging about spatial order. I promise if we started easy, it's going to get a little bit more challenging. Okay, so let's see. And if everybody's coming back slowly, that would be great. Closing all the rooms, closing all the rooms. We have to sing the closing the room song, you guys. 14, what happened? We stopped closing all the rooms. What happened here? We have to get everybody back. Hey, Naken is back. Tom is back. Teacher Tony is back. Cherry is back. John is back. Tim from Hanoi is back. We have Jasmine. Hey, Tim, Jasmine, and Jennifer. Cherry is back. Okay, still stuck on 14, though. We have to get the others, Ellis and Carrie. Oh, good. Here they come. Okay, you guys. So I hope you had a good discussion. Teacher Tony, did they have a good discussion about what's in their rooms?
Yes, teacher.
Was there anything strange in those rooms, Tony, like a snake or?
There is no snake or tiger.
Yeah.
Especially John, he's in outside of the room like he's in the beach.
Oh, he's at the beach, is he? Okay. So it's what? It's 8:23 in Vietnam. It's a nighttime beach in winter. That could be kind of scary. Right. And Teacher Yui, did they have any interesting responses in your breakout room?
Yeah, most of them described their room very lively, and one kid described their room with a large pile of books and a printer. Yeah, makes me feel like that's a bookstore or library. Yes. Yeah, and they showed me a really big like pile of books.
Very cool. I like the idea of a lot of books in the room.
Yeah,
One student, Bone is in a hotel. His family took a trip, so he's in a nice hotel, so he could describe inside the hotel room. Bone, that was really cool. Thank you. Hey, Daikeen, thank you for turning on your video. I can finally see you. You have a good speaking voice, Daikeen, so I'm happy you finally turned that on. Don't be embarrassed to speak, Daikeen.
Yeah, thanks.
You have a nice speaking voice. You read very well. Thank you. All right, so speaking of Daikeen, can you look at this picture, everyone, and Daikeen can read for us. I want to move and make it a little bit more challenging for you because, you know, the ball in the box, you might say, oh, that's for children. You know, I learned that when I studied English. So now we're going to take this picture of this old-fashioned writer's desk. And Daikeen, we won't do breakout rooms for this because we just have about 35 minutes left. But Daikeen, what do you see in this picture here now of the old desk?
Yeah, I see like it's already, the answer's already there. Old-fashioned typewriter.
Yeah.
I see some books, glasses. I don't know what that's brown thing between them. Some paper.
Do you know the name of it?
Nuts. It looked like nuts.
Nuts is close. It's close. You have these in Vietnam because a student last night said, Brendan, we have those in the Central Highlands in the mountains because they went there with the family and they saw these trees. And these are special trees that have these. Do you guys want to see what that is? Okay, I'm going to stop the sharing just for a second.
Yeah. Is that something in Christmas tree?
Very nice, Tim. You know it. And so what is that special tree called?
It's the pine, right? It's the pine,
yeah, pine.
right?
Pine. Yeah, nice, you
Pine
guys.
tree.
Pine cone tree. Let's take a look at a pine cone tree so you guys really understand this. And so I'm going to go back to our Zoom and I'm going to do the share. And we're going to do Yahoo Images as my favorite. Look at all these beautiful pine cones, right? So it's a strange question, you guys. Let's ask Daikeen, why do you think the writer would keep a pine cone next to his desk?
I think it was like a souvenir. He
Yeah,
bought from like a random country or maybe like some collection he was doing.
Oh, really
Maybe
nice.
just some decoration.
Decoration. So he's late at night typing on his old-fashioned typewriter, writing a detective story. He has this pine cone. Yeah, Tim, what do you say?
R for fun, R for chew.
Chew on them. Oh my gosh, I don't know, Tim. Some pine has that syrup that's maybe kind of poisonous if you I don't know. Could you eat? You can eat pine nuts.
Chew is a chew, not chew.
Tim, what I was thinking of, you could pick it up and you could squeeze it if he started to fall asleep at night, and it smells really strong. So maybe it gives him energy if he's up at late at night, typing a detective story on his old-fashioned typewriter. That was just my idea, right? Okay, so I'm going to go back to the share, you guys, because we have to do some more on this. And now we're working with Daiken, or Daiken, you pronounce it, Daiken. What do you see here? What are these, Daiken?
Glasses, some note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Notes, yeah, definitely notes. He's taking notes. What do you think the little green book is? I asked the students last night. I'll keep it secret. What do you think is in the green book, Daiken?
Yes. Maybe some I don't know, diary.
Yeah, like a diary. Yeah. That's a good answer. Some notes he's been putting in his diary.
Yeah.
He's going to put it in his writing. Someone said maybe a small
It's
dictionary.
a notebook.
It's a notebook. It's a notebook, maybe a dictionary. Okay, we're going to go to the next page, you guys. And we need someone to read. Tim, can you read a paragraph on spatial order using the desk picture? This is what I wrote. This is Brendan teacher Brendan's sample of what maybe is happening in the story. So Tim, would you like to read it?
Yes, my Uncle Larry is famous detective story writer. He's a very old-fashioned guy because he used a very old typewriter. To the left of his typewriter, he keeps his little green dictionary to find
Sorry, Tim.
To find unusual words for his story. Even stranger than that is he also keeps a pine cone to the side of his typewriter. He does this to stay awake because the pine cone smell keeps him awake late night.
Yeah, I'm just guessing that, Tim, he smells the pine cone and he stays up late. So can you tell me, Tim, what are the spatial words? I can give you a little help. To the left, right? That's a space word. Can you find more? There's one more, I think. John from Hanoi. Let's change to John from Hanoi. Hey, John.
I think it is to the side.
Beautiful. To the side of his typewriter. So I only put 2 in there, you guys, just to keep it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Nice work, Tim. Nice work, John. You guys got them. Tim got the to the left and John got to the side. Wonderful. Okay, now we're going to make this a little bit more challenging. Oh, look at what it is, you guys. Who is this? What is this story, John from Hanoi?
Diary of a Wimpy Kid, of course.
Do you like it? Do you like that book?
Yeah. I have not a full one, full series of it at home, but I do got some books of it.
You do have it. Yeah, you guys, some of you really like it. So let's go to Mia. Are you there? Mia. Mia, do you like Diary of a Wimpy Kid?
Yes, I do like. I have 2 of it.
Okay, so you have 2 of the books. Can you tell me in this picture, where is Grandpa? And you have to use next to, beside, in front of. Where is Grandpa?
Under.
Under. Okay, so Grandpa is under who?
I don't see the picture.
Well, here's Grandpa, and he's under.
Okay, but I don't see the name of the boy up there.
Okay, so we have Roderick and we have Susan Heffley. So Grandpa is under them.
Roderick.
Yeah, Roderick. So he's under Roderick. That's fine, Mia. That's good. Okay, let's find some students we haven't talked to today. Naken, we haven't spoken to you a lot. Naken, do you like Diary of a Wimpy Kid?
Yes, I have every book of
Oh my gosh, you have every one of them. Okay. So in this picture, Naken, where is Frank Heffery?
Frank Heffley is between Susan Heffley and Grandma.
Okay, he's between, is he Fred? Frank? Is it Frank or Fred? Who is, oh, there are two Franks. Yeah, okay, yeah, so he's between Susan and he's between grandmother here. And then this is him again up here. I see. Okay, thanks, Naked. I didn't understand that. Hey, Tom, do you like Diary of a Wimpy Kid?
Yes, I do.
All right, can you tell me where is that cute little dog? What's the dog's name, Tom?
The dog name is
I don't know. What is that dog's name, you guys?
It is Sweetie.
Okay, Sweetie is that dog. Sweetie. Where is Sweetie the dog?
Sweetie is between Holly and Grandpa.
Nice work, Tom. That's excellent. You got it. Let's just do one more. Let's do Greg Hefferly, and I'm going to call on Ms. Carrie. Are you there? Hey, Carrie, do you like Diary of a Wimpy Kid?
I didn't read that.
Okay, well, it's just kind of funny. Let's see, Carrie, can you tell me where is Grandma?
Grandma is next to Grandpa.
That's fine. Yeah, she's next to Grandpa. Very nice. You guys are good. Let's go to the next page. We did that one. Let me just make sure. Okay, so this no title. What's so interesting about my room? Why is my school in such a great location? And so we're gonna use these themes for our homework. We're gonna do homework tonight. You guys have 2 weeks to do your homework because next week is a break. Sunday, the 11th of February is the Tet holiday, so the lunar holiday, so you don't have to do your homework next week, but in 2 weeks, if you can send this to me in Zalo. And so here it is, you guys. Isn't it a beautiful city? Red Army, what's that famous city?
I remember it's Ho Chi Minh City.
Yeah,
because
have you
I
been
love
there?
the builders, like we take school. Like,
Yeah. Oh, you know it.
you
Okay.
know, yeah.
Red Army, you're from Hanoi. Have you been to Ho Chi Minh City before?
No, I've never been to.
Yeah, I'm American. I've only been to New York's airport, right? And like I'm an American guy. You think, oh,
Teacher,
yeah,
the
what is
the cars look like the laser, the
I know.
very fast laser.
Yeah, last night somebody said that too. Those car headlights look like lasers, like spaceships are having a fight, right, Tim? That's funny. All right. Hey, Bone, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
So, Bone, you're from Ho Chi Minh City. Can you tell me the name of this famous building?
It is Bitexco building.
Yeah, how many floors is that building?
I remember like 63 or I think it's not.
You see it? It's called Landmark 81. So, Bone, how
But
many?
I remember,
Landmark 71, 72.
but I remember that. But can you back to the?
Yeah,
that-
go back.
Can you back? Yeah, because that's just not the landmark 81.
Oh, it isn't?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
it's
that was the landmark. Well, what's the name of this building, Bone?
I know.
It is Bitexco.
Oh, okay. And so, Tim, you said it's 71 stories?
72.
72. All right. So that building, where is it, Bone? How do you say in the picture, where is that building? Is it in the front of the picture, to the left, to the right?
It is in the it is in the center of the picture.
Yeah, it is in the center. And it's also in the back of the picture, right? It's the last thing in the back. All right, so Bone is a
Yeah.
Ho Chi Minh City person. Let's find some more people. Kevin, you are a Ho Chi Minh City guy. What is this green circle place?
I think it is in the district one.
So Kevin, can people walk into this park if you're on the highway? Can you do that?
Oh yes, of course. You can see there's some the building near this is the Ben Han Market is very famous.
That's the market here with the red roof?
Yeah, yes. It
So
is
you-
very old.
It's a
Before before, like it is from like when before
Yeah.
1975.
So you could walk and then you have to run because all these cars are coming. Tim called them the spaceship laser cars, right? So then you
Uh,
can walk into this
you can
garden.
see it dangerous, but in Vietnam it is normal.
This
You
is
only go through this, not
the
scary.
Bentang
People will
Market.
stop for you.
Yeah. Hey, John, 12, you raised your hand. Dong Nai John, what do you want to say?
I think in this picture the car isn't moving really fast. This picture make the car look faster, but outside the car is not as fast as later, and there's also some traffic light. And when the traffic light turn red,
Yeah.
there's no car.
Nice. So then it's safe to go into the garden. All right. And let's see, we need one more. Ellis, you're a Ho Chi Minh City person. Ellis, in the middle of this green garden here, what is this thing here? How do you call this in English? How do you say that in English, Alice?
Roundabouts.
Yeah, it's this is the roundabout. Yeah, nice work, Alice. This is the roundabout.
I
Then
don't
what
know. I don't know the name of it.
it looks like it's an arch, like the French people build those famous arches, right? So they built an arch. What is this arch though? I don't know what it's, what's in the center of it.
A
I
statue.
call it a memorial arch. Hey, Alice, would you like to read? This is what I wrote about this roundabout, because you know the word roundabout. So can you read the paragraph?
Okay. There is a roundabout in the middle of the picture. In the middle of the roundabout, there is a memorial arch. All around the memorial arch, there are shrubs and walkways. Behind the roundabout is Ho Chi Minh City's tallest building. What?
Yeah, I know it's not right. The thing I read wasn't right. So you guys, this is incorrect. So thank you very much for helping with us. That Bone said, no, that's not the 88 and landmark 81. So forget about that. Okay. Can you read between, Ellis?
Between landmark 81 and the roundabout, there's a traditional French colonial building which looks quite charming or old-fashioned. Next to landmark 81 are a series of other skyscrapers, but they are not as tall as landmark 81.
Yeah, so Tim said that's only 72 stories, and that's not landmark, but it's the biggest building. You guys, I use the word French colonial. That's from when the French were in Ho Chi Minh City. They called it Saigon. About 100 years ago, they would build buildings like this. This is called the French colonial style. The Americans built places like this in Manila, Philippines, and the British built these in Singapore. So what they did is they copied the Spanish style where you use red roof to stop the sun because the sun is so hot, and the walls are usually white because it's also really hot. So this is called colonial style from when the French were there. So I think this is a French colonial building. Okay. And then I see the two markets that you guys really know about. Okay, so that's my thing. Do you guys have any questions? John from Hanoi. Do you have any questions about this? I use the word shrubs. Do you know what shrubs are, John?
I think shrub is a lot of bushes and it is
Nice.
in
Yeah.
a big pile.
Excellent, John. You got it. These little bushes are called shrubs or bushes. It's the same thing, you guys, shrubs and bushes. So in English, sometimes we use 2 or 3 words to describe the same thing. John, nice. You got it. Shrubs are bushes. Beautiful. Good, good. And then Ellis got, this is called a roundabout for driving. So John, you're in Hanoi. Do you have some roundabouts in Hanoi?
In my place, they
Yeah.
have a lot of shrubs and bushes, but most of them are cut every week or month so that they look very nice.
Oh, okay. So they cut them all. All right. Now, you guys, here's what I'm going to do. Because I did Ho Chi Minh City, I'm going to do Hanoi for people like John, because you guys are proud of your city too. You love your Hanoi, right? So I'm going to put Hanoi here, and I'm going to pick a famous city of Hanoi. And then you guys can tell, oh, this is really interesting, you guys. Okay. And when I show this, you guys will probably start laughing. The Hanoi people, you say, I know that, Brendan. So we have Hanoi. And there it is, beautiful Hanoi. So what do you see? Let's get some Hanoi people. We have a lot of Ho Chi Minh City. Mia and Daiken is Ho Chi Minh. Jennifer is Ho Chi Minh. Jasmine is Ho Chi Minh.
I am Hanoi. Oh,
Tim is
teacher,
Hanoi. Yes, Tim.
please take a picture of Hanoi and laser cars.
With laser cards. Tim, Tim, what is this place? I don't know this place. Can you tell me what this place is?
I don't know.
It looks like it's a really busy intersection because they don't have a roundabout. Hey, Red Army, you're a Hanoi person. Where is this famous place?
Laser car.
Laser cars. Oh, you and Mia just keep that crazy laughing. It makes me laugh, you guys. Red Army, what are we looking at here?
Yeah, it looks so closely, but I don't remember what is this place.
What is it?
I don't remember. I always eat cafe, but there are a lot of
I like how they spelled cafe, C-A-P-H, because usually cafe is
yeah,
C-A-F-E.
it's cafe.
Yeah. So do you see the problem? Red Army and Tim, can I ask you a question? Do you think they should put a roundabout here to help the traffic go better?
Traffic jam.
I know, look at that's a real traffic jam. That could be a problem. All right. Hey, Cherry, have you been to Hanoi before?
Not yet.
Would you like to go?
Yes.
Okay, Tim's going to be your tour guide. If you go there, Tim will take you all around Hanoi, right, Tim? And you can tell her about the famous places. All right, Tim's missing. Okay, so let's just use this picture for 2 minutes. Let's go to Bone again. Hey, Bone, in this picture, what do you see? Can you use between, next to, in front of?
So I see shops next to each other.
Yeah, you see
And
shops.
I see people at front of the shops.
Nice, nice. Bone, do you see balloons? Are these balloons here?
Yes, teacher.
And so where are the
Sometimes,
balloons?
yeah, sometimes they sell balloons there.
Oh my gosh, I see a famous donut shop and a hamburger place. What are those places called? Can you find them? Let's go to,
What, teacher?
well, let's see. Daiken, are you there? Daiken is a Ho Chi Minh City guy. Hey, Daiken, do you see this here? What is that? What are the two famous American food places?
Oh, coffee and burgers and
Yes.
fast food.
Fast food, but what are the names, you guys? Do you see it? This is the first floor and this is the third floor. It's between them right here.
Sorry, I got lag and I got
Okay.
disconnected.
Oh, okay. So Daiken, do you see what are the famous? Ellis, can you tell us?
Burger King.
Yeah, Burger King and Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin'.
Yeah, Dunkin' Donuts. I like Burger King better than Dunkin' Donuts. But you guys, these are sister companies, Burger King and Dunkin' Donuts. Those two companies are kind of connected. They have a partnership. So all around the world, if you see a Burger King, there's usually a Dunkin' Donuts or a Taco Bell near them. So you could say this is between there.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell. Now listen, Mr. Tim said, Brendan, can you find me the spaceship cars in Hanoi? Tim, do you really want to see that? What happened to our Tim? Tim, where are you? Tim, what is this famous place they told me last night? What's that famous place?
It's in Hue.
Oh, it's Hue City. Ah, okay. And what's this famous thing here?
I know it, but I don't know really in English.
How do you say, Kevin, how do you say that tall tower in English? There's an English word for it. It actually comes from Malaysia and it entered the English language. Do you know? I'll give you a hint. P-A-Pa. Pa.
Pond.
Do you know?
Pond.
Pond. Oh, yeah, that's good. Pond is here. That's P-O-N-D, right? But what's the tower called? It's a Malaysia word. They gave it to the British and they put it in English. Pagoda. Pagoda.
Pagoda.
Yeah, it's a pagoda. It's the famous pagoda of Hue City. Okay, so quick question. John from Hanoi, where is the pagoda in this picture?
I think it is on a lake.
It is on a lake. Nice, nice. And is it in the front of the photo or in the back of the photo?
It is in the back of the photo, of course.
Nice work. You got it. Yeah, okay.
Teacher,
Yes, Tim.
I see in the back there's
Yeah.
a France flag and
Yeah.
a Vietnam flag.
I know. Why is there a French flag in Vietnam?
Ah, it's
French
a
were
French.
bad to Vietnam.
It's a French Indo.
French Indochina, I know. That's the old imperialist, you guys. I'm sort of surprised to see that, Tim.
Indochina.
I know. Indochina. You guys are your own independent nation now. That's why I'm kind of surprised to see a French flag. All right, you guys, what Brendan is going to do is I'm going to go to the basic writing here, and I'm going to see, well, we already did that one. I'm going to do a new slide of that pagoda. So if I had to describe that picture again, I would say, okay, so one moment, please. I have to go back and share this with you. I'm going to take 5 minutes because we have 12 minutes left. I'm going to show you what I can do with that pagoda picture, you guys. So if you had to write a description, I would write this. My aunt visited Hue City last year. She took this nice picture of a famous pagoda. Hey, Bones, what's your question?
Teacher, the spelling of Hue is incorrect.
Oh no, how do you spell it, my friend?
H-U-E.
H-U-E? There you go, way, like that?
No, H-U. Let me send you in the chat.
H-U-Y or H-U-E-Y?
H-U-E.
That's what I said. Oh, take away the Y. So just go like this.
Yeah.
Do you know why I spelled it with a Y? In Spanish, Hue means big cow. So, Hue, same pronunciation. It's kind of funny. Okay, so she took this nice picture of a famous pagoda in Hue. The pagoda is at the back of the picture. To the left are some tall green trees. Yeah. In the front of the photo, Tim, what was in the front of the photo? Someone said in the front of the.
It's a pond.
Nice.
There's a pond.
Yeah, is a big pond. Tim, do you think there are some fish in that pond?
Maybe there's some fish in the pond.
Yeah. My friend Tim
Oh,
noticed there is a French Indochina flag. I thought that was strange.
we
Okay,
get
you guys,
independence.
because you know that's the old past. That's old Vietnam.
We get independence in 1954.
Yeah, they said bye-bye to the French. Nice, Tim. You know your history. So I wrote that paragraph. Excellent, you guys. Nice. So
1945.
yeah, 1954. Goodbye to the French, and that's a good thing. Okay, so here we go.
And the American.
I know the
took
Americans
south
did
of
something
Vietnam.
really foolish. They should have not helped the French. Okay, so this is the pagoda. This is the pond. These are the trees. We didn't say bushes or shrubs this time. We said these are the trees, right? Tim, do you think this is a walkway for people to walk and look at this beautiful pagoda in Hue City?
I think they'll fall down.
Fall into the pond. Oh my God, Tim. All right, now I said, are there fish in the pond? Do you guys know the famous Japanese fish? What do you call the big Japanese goldfish?
It's a
Do you see
koi
koi fish? Yeah. Do you have these in Vietnam, the koi fish? Do you see it? Let me ask.
They even sell it.
Yeah. And you can put it in a pond in your like in your if you're John, do they sell koi in Vietnam?
Yes, one of my friends have koi fish
They're
in her house.
expensive. They're expensive, aren't
Yes,
they? Yeah,
and it's hard to take care of them.
they are. They're hard to take care of these guys. Do you know these really big ones, John? They cost about 6,000 US dollars for one koi. It's crazy. Yeah.
Yes,
And one time I was standing on the bridge in Hiroshima where I live, and I saw 7 of these koi, these big bright orange ones. If they're in the river, they're usually brown colored. They're not so special, but these were really beautiful orange ones. So all the people were standing there going, oh, wow, because you could see like magic fish in the lake. It was wonderful. It was a really nice memory I have. Because if they see them in the river, they're usually just brown, you guys. If you see them in the river, they're called carp. And that's not such a, it's the same fish, but he's a brown color. Do you see these ones here? These are the brown carp. And so the brown carp aren't so magical like the beautiful koi. The koi are the orange colors. Okay, you guys, are you ready for the homework? I have to give you the homework. So this homework is kind of, no, who said no? I thought you guys love homework.
No, I don't.
I love homework.
But homework makes you geniuses like Einstein. You get to be the most intelligent kid in the class, right?
But are you? But are you, Mr. Brandon McCohen?
I'm very bad at math. I'm very good in science. Hey, we have a hacker. Oh no, we have a hacker.
He's
Is that
just
hacker?
Tom pretending to be a
Be
hacker.
a professional hacker. Maybe Tom's gonna steal some bitcoins and make us all rich, you guys. All right. Hey Jimmy, how are you? Hey Jimmy, are you there?
Yes.
Jimmy, can you read this thing called For Your Homework?
For your homework, can you paste a picture into your page and describe in one paragraph where things are? Remember to use paragraph style writing. Example, first, there is a tall building at the back of the picture. This is the landmark 81 building. To the left and right of this famous building, there are other tall buildings or skyscrapers. In front of all the buildings, there is a busy roundabout. In the middle of the roundabout, there is a memorial arch. All around the arch, there are green shrubs or bushes. There is also a series or pathways for visitors to walk. But be careful, the traffic is quite heavy in the roundabout, and a person should be hit by a car. Write about your favorite place.
Okay, so you guys write about your favorite place. What's interesting to you? Your school, your grandmother's house, maybe your friend's house, your house, your bedroom. Some students just like their room to study and to be quiet all day, and they enjoy their computer. So you could say, in my bedroom, there's a comfortable bed.
Laser cars.
So Tim, all around the roundabout, there are laser cars. One more time for Tim. Yes, we see Tim there. In fact, are laser cars all around they're going to go into the future, I believe. And so Tim, this is a 72-story building. It's not the landmark building. So of course we're going to change that. Jimmy, nice reading. Thank you very much. You're a good reader. That was this one here. Next one. Your turn here. Okay, so do you guys understand the homework? Can you try this?
Yeah.
And remember, what are we going to use in this homework? We're going to use in, on, under, next to. We could also,
I remember it. Yes.
Yeah, that's Mia. You're going to remember to do it. Okay,
Yeah,
I can't.
I
Okay, spatial order, you guys, spatial order. Like remember the old-fashioned typewriter is at the back of the picture. The notebook is to the right. The glasses are well, you guys, what do you call this? This is a special word. Does anyone know this? You guys have good vocabulary. Hey, John from Dong Nai, the glasses are blah, blah to the typewriter. How do you describe that?
Are near.
Here is good. There's a better word. Do you guys know this word? I hope I spell it right. Diagonal. Do you know diagonal?
Diagonal.
You guys know diagonal?
Diagonal is a I instead of O.
Oh, it's an I. Where is it? How do you spell it, Tim?
I don't really sure.
This one here, diagonal? Oh my gosh, Tim, you made me write a kind of a crazy answer. All right, wait 1 second, you guys. We have a few minutes. Let's find that. That's really funny, Tim. Let me find the spelling of diagonal.
Diagonal.
Diagonal. Okay, you guys, look at this. Brendan found it. Are you guys ready? Here's the spelling of diagonal. And I'm going to go to here, find the spelling of diagonal. And so I typed spelling of diagonal. And then we go like this. And it says diagonal. Definition, diagonal. And so definition, it's so hard to describe diagonal. Are you guys ready for this? This is the first time. This is the first time I ever used Vietnamese in your language. Because Dr. Duke said, Ms. Duke said, don't use English, don't use Vietnamese. But you guys, this is so hard. Diagonal. No, diagonal.
No, is. I mean, A.
Hey, yeah, thanks, Mia. See, that's a hard word for me to spell. Diagonal. So how do you say it in Vietnamese?
Đường chéo. Đường chéo. Đường chéo.
Okay, is that all right? John 12 is laughing. Isn't that voice kind of crazy, John? All right. So diagonal. So the glasses are diagonal to the typewriter, right? So do you see how that one's kind of difficult, right? And then, of course, my spelling is still bad. Diagonal. Hey, Mia, is my spelling right now?
Yes.
Diagonal. Diagonal. Yeah, it's. I hate that word. Diagonal. All right. So if you want, you guys can use diagonal in your writing. All right. All right. It sounds like you're very happy. Tim, do you have school tomorrow?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, you have so much energy. And Mia now has a box on her head.
Diagonal.
You guys are going.
Diagonal.
All right. So, what do you guys have to do for your homework? You have to write one paragraph, please. And I want you to describe a famous building in your city or your school. Where is your school? Or where is your house? Or what's inside your bedroom? It's your choice. It's a free choice, okay? And I'll write that in the both in your what's it called here? This Zola. I'll put Zalo. I'll put your Mia's laughing. Diagonal and Zalo.
Wait, teacher, can I ask what is your yellow
What is
phone
Zola?
number?
What was it, Jimmy or Bone? You guys are Jimmy. What is the question?
Phone number in yellow.
Number in Zalo.
Yeah.
I'll put it in the group thing for your basic writing. I'll write the homework assignment again. So your mother can check it, your father can check it, you guys can check it, right?
Okay.
Where is the box? The box is on Mia's head. So,
My bad, I just put it on my head.
So Jimmy, do you see what I wrote here? To the left and to the right and in front of. You want to use words like these, right? In the middle, this is wonderful. And all around the arch. Now we didn't do this one, but it's kind of cool. All around the arch in this picture here, all around the arch are shrubs, right? So describe a place. And then of course I'll write that. Any questions, you guys? Okay, so remember you're using spatial order. That big word, spatial order, where things are in your personal space.
I have a question.
Yes, Daiken.
Okay, so is there harder homework?
No, this is kind of easy homework, Daiken, because all you have to do is think of a building or your room and start writing 7 sentences in a paragraph. You know, I like my room. Remember, you guys use an introductory sentence. I like my room because. I like my room because there's a comfortable bed to the right. There's a good desk for writing in front of me. Behind me, there's a door that I can close when I want to make my room quiet. So do you see how I did that, Daiken? It's kind of easy, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. The idea is it seems kind of easy, but it's just to get you guys thinking of spatial order. And if you say, well,
But I think like there's a harder twisted side. What if your room is like completely empty? You just moved into a new house.
so then can you tell me where your new house is, Daiken? Like,
I don't know. I didn't move in a new house, but I mean, this is not my house. So if I turn off my background,
yeah.
yeah, this is not my house. This is I'm at my hometown.
Okay. So you're in Ho Chi Minh City. If you want to use just that room, Daiken, you can say there's a cabinet behind me. The cabinet has my books. On top of the cabinet, there are some things up there I can see. To my left is something, you know, you just have to describe maybe 7 things in your room.
Yeah.
Not so difficult. Okay, you guys, any questions?
Technically, it's not my room.
Who is that?
And they're like 300 kilometers away from my city.
So Daiken, you're living away from home. Are you living with a family person or living at school?
I'm living in my family's hometown, not my hometown.
Okay. Do you like it
my
there?
dad and my mom's hometown is like 1 kilometer apart, so it's very near.
So do you like your new place that you're at?
No.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I wouldn't
Because
either.
for some reason here in my hometown, there's barely any air condition.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
you can see there's just fans.
Oh, the fan. Yeah, fan's not enough. Hey, but Daiken, you could write, there's a fan to my left. It's on the floor. It's not strong enough. I want an air conditioner up above my room, you know? So you're using spatial relationships. All right, you guys, let's say goodbye because we're about 5 minutes late. I want to say thank you to our teacher, Yuin. I hope I'm learning to pronounce your name correctly.
That is correct.
I hope you had a good chat.
job.
So we only did 1 or 2 breakout rooms. I hope you enjoyed your breakout room, students. They're always interesting answers. Tony, teacher Tony, I also think your students were good for you tonight. I hope. Okay.
Bye, teacher.
All right, can we say goodbye, you guys? Goodbye, Cherry. Bye, bye, Yui. Bye, bye.
Bye.
Guys, see you guys. Bye, bye.
Goodbye.
Bye, bye, John. Bye, bye, Mr. Hanoi. Bye, bye.